Skål. Chieftain Ralph here, and
Lannon.
what are we doing?
What are we doing? Well, today we're back in the woods.
We're back in
back
the woods.
in the woods.
We got to come back out to the woods. The dog's all healed up, or feeling a lot better, we should say. He's currently snuggled under a blanket and a sheep hide because he got chilly out here.
Because it's fall.
He's falling asleep. It is fall. It's kind of gloomy. I like it. It's my kind of weather. It's not Lannon's kind of weather, but it's my kind of weather. And the woods are beautiful out here.
It is beautiful out here.
Forget how much I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I know not everyone is fortunate enough to get out into the woods, but if you do have the opportunity, highly recommend it. What do the kids say these days? Get out and touch grass.
Touch some grass.
Go touch grass. Everyone
Hug a
needs to
tree.
do that. Hug a tree. Pet a squirrel. I don't know.
So what else does fall bring?
Football.
Football!
Football. It's football season, as everyone who flips through the channels knows. There's always some sort of game on or advertisement or something. We got this idea partially because it is football season. We're not huge football fans. I like watching a game when I can catch one. I think there's way too many commercials. You catch half a play, pass incomplete, commercial. They come back, they try to run the ball, they sack the QB, commercial. That's a thing. Anyway.
Snooze fest.
Yeah. But we still wanted to make some game day food. So whether you're watching a cool match, going to the horse fights, or the Vikings are taking on the Raiders, we wanted to do some game day food. And this is kind of, we wanted to see if we can. Normally, people show you things that they're good at, and they want to show off their skill. We've never done this. We wanted to see if we could screw this up on camera.
Heck yeah.
And have some fun doing it.
Get out and try it.
Yeah. We're going to try to make some chicken wings over the fire, which shouldn't be too dissimilar to chicken, but there's some challenges to them, being smaller and hopefully not falling off the grate.
But chicken, period.
But chicken.
Maybe not the wings, or eating them all
no,
items.
chicken wings
this
were
many?
invented.
No.
In Buffalo, at the Anchor Bar.
Yes.
I forget the name of the family.
I don't know.
Italian family. At the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, they're the first people to realize you can cook the wings and eat them and not just make stock out of them. Allegedly. And then we wanted to make some nachos, some very Viking-age Scandinavian nachos. So we're gonna, we found tortilla chips that are made out of oat and flax, and we're gonna top them with lutefisk and goat cheese. We're not doing any of that. We're doing simple today. We got a bag of tortilla chips, white corn tortilla chips. We got a can of chili. Of course, you can make your chili for this. We're gonna do this super simple and have some fun in the woods. We're going to dump a can of chili on them, throw cheese on there, and see if we can get the cheese to melt. That's essentially what we're doing. We do have a somewhat period potential sauce for the chicken wings. Mm-hmm. Chicken wings these days all over the country, everyone has them, and they have all these fun, funky flavors and sauces. Of course, the traditional being Frank's Red Hot. Gotta have Frank's.
Our usual favorite. I brought it mostly for show today. I don't know that we'll actually use it.
No. We put that shit on everything, as the
yeah.
bottle says. Frank's Red Hot and Butter is the traditional buffalo wing sauce. If you're not familiar with it, use it, try it. It's delicious. It's the only way to do it. You want it hot, use less butter. You want it mild, use more butter. That's it. That's the secret to chicken wings. And coating them, tossing them right in the bowl as soon as they come out of the fryer, so they also mix, the grease gets in there, and it's great. And then it congeals into a block in the fridge, and then when you go down for your snack at 1 in the morning and you just kind of lick the sauce out of there and hopefully no one notices, but it's so good. Anyway, what we're going to toss them in is actually, this is, Lannon pre-mixed this in the jar for us, but we're going to saute this down. This recipe's from not an early meal.
No.
Not Eat Like a Viking.
No.
Not any historical anything other than I think it's the unofficial,
nope,
isn't it?
it's
No,
the
from
official.
the official Game of Thrones cookbook. Because, of course, we're just a couple of nerds in the woods and we liked Game of Thrones. We won't talk about the 8th season. That's a sore point. But
there's nothing in here that isn't period.
No, and that's the official Game of Thrones cookbook is fairly unique, and there's some fairly period-esque, you can date things to Renaissance, 14th century. Would this be Viking age candidate? I mean, they're not going to make chicken wings and toss them in the sauce. The original recipe calls for roasting a chicken and then drizzling the sauce on when you're done. This is honey, and it's floating in there. There's butter already in there. It's honey, butter, and it's supposed to be...
It's apple cider vinegar and mint. And then the recipe actually calls for dried cranberries or raisins. I went with blueberries because blueberries are period.
Blueberries are period, and that's what we had. Cranberries, I've used them in sauces as a substitute for lingonberries. I've read that they're a decent substitute for lingonberries. We can't get lingonberries.
Often with chicken wings, you have a blue cheese dipping sauce, very traditional.
Traditional is blue cheese.
I tried to make a period blue cheese dip, which ended up being a little more like ranch. So that's a very pungent goat cheese that I got from a cheese shop that we are lucky enough to have right near our house.
What's it called? Gotta pimp them.
The Curd Nerd. Thanks, Curd Nerd. And then the Siggy's Icelandic skyr, and then I put some dill and some green onions because we don't have like wild onion up here.
Green onion's a fair substitute.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much kind of the same thing. I guess I could have put a little garlic in it now that I think about it, because you could have said that for like a garlic grass, because that's period, but it doesn't matter. And a little sprinkle of smoked salt.
We're making nachos and chicken wings. We're winging it.
Right? I don't know. I'm really proud of my random sauce.
I am too. You know, we can't go too nuts. That's the point.
Right,
We're just
it's
having
easy.
fun.
But then, yes, we've got our can of chili.
We got a can of chili, right? We can't go too nuts. I mean, you bought goat cheese and skyr and made a delicious dip out of it.
We're going to be eating it for a long time because there's a lot of it.
Yeah, we'll put it on everything. Maybe we'll try Viking gyros.
There we go.
A Viking tzatziki sauce. Who knows?
Anyway. So we're going to try doing these things we've never done before with a fire. Let's find out what happens.
The technique that I came up with to try the nachos, again, we're going to try to get the cheese to melt. Usually you do them in the oven, right? If you do them in the oven, everything warms up nice. We're going to do them in a Dutch oven. We have the lid heating. I don't want it to heat too much, so if the pan's cold, we're going to put the chips and chili in there and the cheese on top, and the lid's been on the fire for a long time.
Right, so that's super hot.
We're going to try just putting that on top, almost like a broiler. Throw your nachos in the broiler. That's the plan. We'll see if it works. I don't know.
If not, we'll just still have chips and
Give
cheese.
It a shot.
They just won't be melty.
Yeah, worst case, we'll have chips and cheese and eat it out of the pan. Who knows?
Fine with me.
All right.
Let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking. Let's make some nachos.
Yum, yum, yum.
Viking age Scandinavian nachos.
I'm a sucker for nachos, so I'm totally okay with this.
And it's funny, I know, nachos usually have your lettuce, tomato, onion, and various things like that. The chili and cheese is like diner nachos, and I love that. When they get mushy and kind of cruddy, that's my favorite. Mushy, crappy nachos. And that's the fun part about this. This could just be a camp recipe. You and the kids go camping, try to do this quick, why not? We're going to put our chili on our nachos. Yeah.
Who cares if it's messy? They're nachos.
It's going to be messy, that's the point. Just trying to get it even. It'll even out. It'll be fine.
Oh, we can spread it around a little bit with the spoon once it's on there.
We can try.
Oh yeah, that's a very chunky
Yeah,
chili.
this is a chunky chili.
I guess I should have gotten a
I don't know. I think
saucier
this might
chili?
work better.
Maybe.
This will probably work better.
Seb, we've never ever tried this at camp before, but
No.
I do love nachos.
You can tell how often we buy canned chili. We didn't even know what kind of
Usually
chili this
only
was.
on cheap chili cheese dog day.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
No, we haven't.
Oh, that's what we should have done. Chili cheese dog, chili cheese chips, chili cheese everything. For our Viking weekend back in the woods.
Right.
Welcome back to the woods.
What do you think? That good? More cheese?
Oh, a little more cheese.
A little more cheese.
Again, we've been heating the lid. God, been on there a good hour or so.
Probably.
So it should be nice, and I know it's hot. It was hot almost as soon as we put it on. I got the burn blister to prove it. It's an old wives' tale. A lot of people think cast iron takes so long to heat up. That's an old wives' tale. It takes a long time to cool down. It holds a lot of heat. So
It sure do.
whereas your steel pans or your aluminum pans, you turn the heat down on your stove, they cool down. When you're using cast iron on a stove, if you turn the heat down, it's still going to be hot for a while. They hold heat. They don't take a long time to heat up.
No.
So that's it. Cold pot. We got our chips in there, our surprisingly spicy chili. We got our cheese on top. I'm just going to throw this lid on and it should act, in theory, like a broiler.
Think. And we left the base of the pot cold because we didn't want to burn our chips.
Yeah, so this should warm everything up and melt the cheese.
I think so. And we're going to kind of leave it to the side while we putter with some other cooking things.
Yeah, the absolute worst case, it doesn't work and we have cold cheese on chips.
Right? Or we put it over the fire for a little bit.
Yeah. And we are going to lower this in there, but not near the fire. Put it kind of here.
So it gets a little residual heat to keep
Yeah.
warm.
We'll rotate that every once in a while.
Put it on the warmer setting.
We'll see what happens. Who knows? All right. So, let's get our million little bits of chicken on the grill.
I brought a lot of chicken wings.
Yes. Well, it's if you're doing any chicken wings, right? If you're doing thighs, you could do 3-4 thighs. If you're doing drumsticks, you get a pack of drumsticks. This is like that, except there's a million of them, just by nature of chicken wings.
You can never have too many.
Not really, no. So in case anyone's not familiar with them, they are usually deep fried. So you deep fry your chicken wings. This griddle is not sizzling for as much heat as we have. We raised our griddle grate a bit, which means we can have bigger fires under it by necessity. We raised it so we don't break our backs trying to cook on it.
Well, and sometimes it was too hot because it was too close.
Yes. So now we can have bigger fires. It's just gonna fall through. So
Oh yeah, that was nubbin. All right.
they're not sizzling, so I guess we'll make some more fire.
Yeah. Cooking in the woods.
All right, we're gonna give these a flip. Not sure how well you can see it in the camera. These ones in the center are definitely getting good. So we're gonna flip all of them, and then, oh, that one's like golden. We're gonna flip all of them, and then rotate them around our grill. I think I mentioned in a video, finding your hot spots, finding your sweet spots, and moving things around in the pan. We'll do the same thing on our grill. So our good hot spot's kind of in the middle. That's not a surprise when fire cooking. It's hard to keep a wide fire going. So we're gonna rotate them and then move them all around the grill. See these outer ones? I could just leave them on there, but they're just gonna take forever. We're gonna rotate all of them, and then I'm gonna move the center ones out and the outer ones in the center. Yeah, these are still getting a decent enough heat to start cooking, but it's just a constant movement. Now you're playing the moving game. Another important fact: they're not sticking, which is nice. That's always good. It kind of sucks when your food sticks right to the grill. All right, pretty good rotation here. There. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't coat this grill, and it's just when you're cooking anything, and if you're doing cast iron or grill grate, when you first put it on, it's gonna want to stick. Just give it a second. It'll cook itself off the grate. So don't play with it too much, especially that's one way you can tell they're a little underdone. If you try to flip it and it sticks too much, give it another second. Let it go. It'll release. It'll release itself. So don't get frustrated with things sticking. And we didn't coat this grill, so I think we're doing good. Everything takes longer at camp. We're just gonna give it a minute, let it cook. play with our fire. Again, we don't have a propane burner. We're turning it up and turning it down. We're playing with our fire. We're adding stuff and moving stuff around. One important thing for fire tending, I have not blown on this fire. A lot of times I blow on it and try to keep it going. I don't want super high heat, so we're not blowing on it. We're letting it just, I'm adding stuff and letting it burn kind of natural like. So there we go. We're gonna let everything cook. It looks like our hot spots are already moving on us, and that'll happen. So we'll fire tend and play with it. See you in a minute. Ooh, yeah, these are picture perfect.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So again,
Holy
they're
crow.
a little over. They were golden before. I think we had a good shot of them being golden. Now they got the good cha.
But we wanted to make sure they were done. We did temp them, but we didn't bring our best meat thermometer. So we decided to give them another little push of heat before we pulled them off. But now, oh, that skin is so crispy, I hear it.
Yeah, we didn't do necessarily low and slow, but we did a moderate heat for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So, full disclosure, we reheated the pot lid, put it back on. We also put some burning logs, some coals on top to heat it more, and if you could probably see, we moved it closer. We wanted a little more heat to try to, again, we've never done this before. We're trying to see what works, what gets us a little more heat. See if I can lift this without getting a bunch of coals in the fire.
Ooh, those look good.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. I think we're onto something here.
Oh, yeah.
I think we may have figured something out.
I think so.
I think we may have made nachos over the fire. Where do we start?
I don't know. Oh, those look good. Just gonna put this right on the ground.
Hold your sleeves up to dig in.
Take off my arm warmers. Get really serious here.
Alright. Should we try the plain old grilled smoked chicken first?
Sure.
Campfire chicken?
I'm gonna take this one.
And I'll take this one.
Cheers.
Hot.
So crispy. Hot, yes. Very good. Just like a chicken wing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, chicken wings are deep fried. A little greasier. Tastes like delicious grilled chicken, really. Everyone knows the dark meat's the best, so wings are dark meat.
Super crunchy. Definitely cooked. Which is good.
Yeah, don't let the size fool you. Cook everything to temp. Cook everything nice and all the way through. Don't screw around with chicken.
Yeah. We said we did temp them. Our thermometer's very slow, so we didn't make you watch that part.
It's both that chicken wing spot and the grilled chicken spot. These are nice.
But they are. They're plain. They're very tasty. But plain.
So yeah, first impressions. Just doing this, if you got a bunch of chicken wings and a bunch of hungry folks, you could throw your chicken wings right over the fire. Want to try the sauced wings or the nachos next? Want to go in order?
I want to try a nacho.
All right, let's try the nachos.
I'm going to take this cheesy.
Right off the top. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's all cheese.
Now there's chili in there. I'm going to start on the edge and the less melty. Just to try. See, it's a little of all good worlds.
Good.
How is it, even in a cast iron pot, everything tastes smoked?
I don't know.
Tastes like camp. So again, we ended up reheating the lid and putting coals on top, rotating it, moving it closer to the fire. But it came out so good.
It did. I think it could have used a little more heat,
Probably.
but like on the top,
Yeah.
bake the top a little more. But the cheese is melted. The chili's hot. Is warm.
Warm.
It's not hot. It's warm.
Yeah, everything like slow roasted.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
I love nachos. Who doesn't love nachos?
I love nachos.
So, that's how you make them at camp. You know, we love doing historical, and sometimes we've done some less historical, or sausage and peppers and stuff. This is how you do fun, right?
Yeah. And it didn't take that long.
No. If you're at a reenactment thing and you're there all week, let's face it, sometimes you do things and the public comes all day and you're fighting and showing your crafting and doing stuff. At night, you just want to eat, right? You don't want to demo everything. So maybe you just make some nachos and chicken wings. Well, that's mostly a chip.
That'd be a good evening snack.
Even the mostly plain chips taste delicious.
They're toasted.
They're warm.
They're warm and toasted, yeah.
And it's like smoked chips. You could almost just do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You want to try the blueberry wings?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you pick one.
Let's try this sauce.
We got paper towels on
that's
deck.
down in there. Oh, yeah.
I know I got to try and not get it on my gray wool tunic here.
All right.
That's good too. It isn't quite the same as we made it before. We must have added more honey before.
It could be the different berries. This was the blueberries. We made it with cranberries before.
That's a good flavor though. I like that. Now we have the Viking ranch.
Just, here, do we want to...
As long as we don't dump it.
All right.
All right.
Try it with a plain wing. We weren't sure how the blueberry sauce and
Ooh,
whatnot
it's
would...
very thick.
Oh, good.
It was a little less thick when I... It might be great with the blueberry sauce. Who knows?
You know, we're going to try.
Oh, that dill really settled in there since I made it yesterday.
Yeah. Very dill. I don't think it looks like ranch. It doesn't taste like ranch.
Yesterday it tasted a lot more like ranch, but the dill is really percolated into the flavor.
Well, since it's just the two of us, and it's our sauce and our food, we want to dip berry sauce in there.
Sure, why not? We've got more plain, regular sauce at home too.
Yeah. I thought this way we can try it.
Try it all together. Really get wild. All right, I'll try a drum this time. Won't lie, I prefer flats.
If I had known you were going to go for a drum, I would have grabbed a flat.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, well, you still can. You want to switch?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm already tearing into this one. I'm making a mess. Let's see. Berry and sauce. I don't hate it.
No. It's sweet and tangy. Like, I don't hate it, but they don't blend together great, but it's not bad.
I think that's it. They don't... It's not amazing. It's not like, oh, this is an amazing flavor. They're still very separate. They're not bad together. They don't... I don't want to say that they don't mix together, but they don't mix on your palate. You get a good flavor out of one, you get a good flavor out of the other.
I would agree with that.
They're not a complementary flavor.
Yeah, you kind of get like blueberry and then dill while you're chewing it, and they do go pretty good together. I'm not too surprised, but a little bit. Just because they're not flavors you think about putting together.
I figured the sweet sauce would complement like a salty goat cheese. And the flavors, again, they're usually flavors that go together, and they're not bad. They're good. They just don't seem to mix the same way as you'd expect them to.
No, I think I prefer them separate. They're not bad together, but I think I like the blueberry flavor kind of on its own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think I could take them either way.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us on
Game
Cooking
Day
in
Feast.
the Woods.
Cooking in the woods. We're back at camp. Doggo's feeling better. If you want to cook something fun over the fire, try chicken wings. You can make your own sauce to toss them in or leave them plain. They're delicious. And some cast iron nachos. How's that for fancy?
Definitely a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Love that we tried this.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Even just the chips.
Mm-hmm. Something totally new, totally fun.
Mm-hmm.
Did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to try something new.
We're going to finish eating this now.
Mm-hmm.